Well, hello Stampers, and welcome back once again. Today I'm going to give you the tutorial to make the mummy treat box, and this is such a cute little size, perfect for those little munchkins on Halloween, great for class treats and also for coworkers. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Okay, now just like the Frankenstein box, we're going to start with a piece of 6x8 cardstock, and today I'm going to be using the Very Vanilla. Okay. Now once you get that cut to 6x8, we need to score it. On the long side, you're going to score in 1 inch, score down the side, and on the other side as well, 1 inch in and down the side. We're then going to turn it to the short side, and you're going to score in 3 1/4 inches, give it a score, and again on the other side 3 1/4 inches, and score it. Now I realize that the score lines are probably a little hard to see because of the light color. Once you get that all scored, you're going to want to take your bone folder and fold on all your crease marks so it's nice and crisp. Okay, maybe you can see the score lines a little better now that I've folded on them. Okay, the next step is we're going to cut the center tabs, and we're going to snip right up to the 1 inch score line right there. 2 cuts, and on this side 2 cuts. Okay. So at this point, your box should be looking like this. Okay. Now the next part is where we start to assemble the box, and we're going to use sticky strip. I would recommend not using like a snail adhesive or actually anything other than sticky strip, just because it is really strong, and once you start putting treats in there, it's going to get heavier and you don't want it to pop on you. Okay, so you're going to fold in the 2 tabs and put a small piece of sticky strip along one edge on both sides of the tab. Pull off that red liner tape, fold up your box, and start assembling. Okay, and now we just have these 2 remaining tabs, and we're going to run a piece of sticky strip down each side to complete our box. Okay, so one down this side. One there, and then whoopsie, and one more on the other side. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now our box is complete. That is the basic construction of the whole project. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start making him into a cute little mummy. Today I've got a 1/4 piece of sponge, and I've got it dipped in some creamy caramel ink, and I'm going to go ahead and sponge the edges all around the front of my box. We're really going for that old grungy band-aid or gauze bandage look. Creamy caramel works perfect for that on the vanilla cardstock. Okay, now to make the mummy look, we're just going to layer torn pieces of paper across the front of the box. So I just measured the front of the box, and it's 4 inches across. So what I did is I tore these pieces ahead of time, and I sponged them, and we're just going to start layering them and adhering them to the front. Alright, so I'm just going to use my snail adhesive for this. And I'm actually just going to turn this toward me for a minute so I can see what I'm doing, make sure I've got it lined up straight. Now, I've saved one just so I can show you about the sponging. And this is torn on both edges, so I'm just going to go ahead and run it right along, just flicking my wrist right along the edges of the cardstock. Okay? And then we can go ahead and just start layering this right on here. And already we're getting that band-aid look that we were talking about. And I find it only takes about 5 pieces. These are no more than like 1 inch wide. And you're going to overlap them a little bit. I didn't tear both edges of the top and bottom piece just because they're running flush with the box. So I just tore the top edge on this. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We have our cute little box. And now all we really need to do is put our eyes in and attach the handle. Now to make the eyes, you're going to use a 3/4 inch circle punch, and you need 2 basic black circles. Okay. and we're going to need a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and we're going to use 2 1/2-inch circles. Okay, so let's go ahead and just use a little bit of snail adhesive to glue those right to the middle. Now I went ahead and I got some googly eyes at my local craft store, and I'm just going to attach those right with a glue dot right to the center. So there's 1, and here's 2. And I am going to go ahead and just attach these to the front of the box, just using another glue dot. I got to turn this towards me just for a second so I can see what I'm doing here. Just stick that in one here, and you just need 1 more glue dot and 1 here. Look how cute he is. Okay, the last piece is just to attach the handle, and the handle I used a 1" by 8.5" piece of very vanilla cardstock. I went ahead and I already sponged the edges, and we're just going to use a piece of sticky strip on each piece, on each end to attach it. So, got a glue dot stuck there. 1 here, and 1 here. Okay, there you go. Look how cute that is. All you need to do is fill that with some delicious treats for your favorite little trick-or-treaters. And don't forget the shred. Now to make the shred, I just used some scrap basic black Stampin' Up! Cardstock, cut it into some small pieces, and crumpled it into a ball. And go ahead and stick that right into the box. And you're done. I hope y'all have a great Halloween, and I look forward to stamping with you again real soon.